Hi there, Chadi again, and welcome to another video. In this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover with you some of the most common traits and characteristics of the super successful real estate agents from all over the country. And for certain characteristics, we're going to go in very much detail, and for some that need even more detail, I'm going to create a separate video to expand on that topic of discussion. So what are some of the characteristics of the highly most successful agents from all over the world? Well, I'll tell you the most important characteristic is that they are 100% clear on what it is that they are wanting, and more importantly, on why they want it. So how clear are you on your vision of the future? Do you know what you want? Do you know exactly why you want it? The more clear you are on your vision, the more purpose, the more reason, the more drive you will have each and every single day to do the things that is required of you. So this is a very hefty conversation, and one that a lot of people are challenged with. That's why they are not as focused as they need to be. That's why they are not as motivated and inspired to do the things that they have to do on a daily basis. So what I'm going to do is I am going to create another audio. It's going to come in the form of an MP3 that I want you to download and listen to, where I walk you through, the steps, the questions you need to be asking yourself to create the clarity that you need to have in order for you to be as inspired as you ought to be to do the things that you need to do on a daily basis. So number one, they have a vision, they know exactly what they want, and they know exactly why they want it, and that's why they do the things that they do on a daily basis. The next thing is that they have a powerful morning routine. They have a routine in place that they use, that they follow each and every single day to get themselves in the right state of mind, to get themselves, energetic, pumped up, and motivated. So they have a powerful morning routine in place. I'm going to walk you through some of the things that you should definitely have in your morning routine. Number one is you need to decide right now what time you are going to wake up consistently each and every single day. Every single day. I understand that we are in a business where we get to wake up whenever we want and do whatever we want to do whenever we want to do it, because there's nobody watching over our back and holding us accountable to doing certain things. Now, I know if you were in the corporate world, or if you were employed by someone and you're getting paid hourly or a salary, there will be an expectation of you to show up to work at a specific time every single day. And if you don't, then you would be, punished. There will be consequences. Well, here the only consequence is that you only make enough money to survive. And that's exactly why you got involved in this program, to end that paycheck to paycheck cycle. So very important for you to do the things that I'm going to tell you to do in this video, and take on those characteristics and those strategies and put them in place in your life. So decide right now, what time specifically are you going to wake up each and every single day to do some of the things that I'm going to tell you to do. So number one, we said they got a vision. Number two, they have a powerful morning routine. So what are some of the things that are in the morning routine? Well, number one, as you wake up each and every single day, you got to take control of your mind before your mind takes control over you. So some of the things that I would advise you to do each and every single morning, which is also characteristics of the highly most successful agents, is number one, you need to do affirmations each and every single morning. Begin with affirmations. See, what you don't get is you're doing affirmations throughout the day anyways. I mean, has there ever been a time where you said to yourself, today's a lousy day? Well, that's an affirmation. I mean, you are affirming that today is a lousy day, therefore that becomes your experience. And here's what we know, that the conversations that take place in your head, they have an impact. They have an impact on how you feel. How you feel impacts your attitude. Your attitude impacts what kind of actions you take, and the actions that you take are always producing a result. So if you're having a negative conversation with yourself in your head, that means you are going to have a negative attitude. That means you're going to take no actions or negative actions and produce a negative result. Since we know that, what we've discovered is if you change the conversation in your head, you change the way you feel, your attitude changes, you take better actions, and then you produce better results. So that's why I want you to take ownership of your mind beginning each and every single morning. So create some powerful affirmations, 5 to 10 affirmations you should create and repeat out loud each and every single day. So how do you do affirmations? Well, number one, they gotta be positive, and number two, they gotta be written in the present tense. What I've discovered is that the more personal the affirmation is, the more it is shaping my belief system about the things that I'm trying to accomplish. So the best exercise that I can tell you to do to come up with some good, powerful affirmations is to write out your goals. Whatever your goal is, turn it into an affirmation. For example, if you weigh 150 pounds and your goal is to lose 10 pounds, then your affirmation is, I weigh 140 pounds, I feel good, I feel great, I am sexy, etc., etc., etc. If your goal is to earn $200,000 a year, then your affirmation should be something similar to, I, Chadi Bazzi, attract and earn a minimum of $200,000 this year, and everything I do forces that perfect end result. By the way, that's how I want you to do your affirmations every single morning. Don't just say, I'm powerful, I feel good. Yeah, you're lying to yourself. You need to put your body into it to change your state. I am powerful. I am fearless. I am unstoppable. I am the best. I attract and earn a minimum of $200,000 this year, and everything I do forces that perfect end result. Put your body into it. Use your physicality. Do it with conviction, enthusiasm, energy. That's how I want you to do your affirmations. So that's number one, do affirmations. Okay, number two, once you've created your vision, I want you to create the habit of reading that vision every single morning and every single night. It's going to take you 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. Your vision is designed to make you feel good about yourself. It's designed to help you see certainty about the future that you are trying to create. It's designed to remind you of why you got to go through every single day what you need to go through in order for you to get to that perfect end result. So I want you to read your vision every single morning. The more personal that vision is, the more inspiring it is, the more uplifted you're going to become, the easier it's going to be for you to pick up the phone and make the call. The easier it's going to be for you to do some of the things that you dread doing right now. So make sure you read your vision every single morning. Read it every single night. Why do I want you to read it every single night? Because when you go to sleep, your brain is marinating. It's marinating all these visions, all these dreams, all these goals, all these positivities. You dream about it. You wake up feeling completely differently. So that's what I want you to do. The next thing that the truly most successful people do each and every single morning is they've adopted the habit to read. They read every single morning. They got a positive book that they are reading in. So I want you to create the habit of reading a minimum of 10 pages every single morning in a very inspiring book. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a list of the top 10 books that I've ever read that really had a huge impact for me in my life, and I'm going to put them in the resource tab inside this video. So top right hand corner, there's a resource tab. Click on it. There'll be a download for you of the top 10 books that I read. Now, if you read 10 pages every single day, and you're doing that about 5 days a week, you would complete one book every single month. I promise you, if that is the only thing that you do is read one new book each and every single month, 12 months from now, you're a completely different, transformed person, and you're earning more money, you're feeling differently, and you got a way better lifestyle. So take on reading each and every single day. Now, another thing, but going back to the characteristic of having a vision in place. I don't want you to just have your vision in writing and read it every single day. What I want you to do is I want you to create yourself a vision board. A vision board. I'm sure you've heard that before a million times, a vision board. What I want you to do is get yourself a presentation board or something, create a collage, go through, newspapers, magazines, online, photos that represent, your future, your goals, your dreams, and all the things that you're working towards achieving. Cut out the pictures and put them on a vision board. Then put that vision board somewhere where you can see it each and every single morning. So that way you're visiting your dreams. You're projecting that future. You're embedding it in your mind. Now, is it really going to help you out that much? 100% yes. Now here's something that I also want you to do. Is every single month I want you to take that vision board and move it somewhere else in your home or your office. The reason being is when something is in one place for a long period of time, it simply becomes part of the landscape. It becomes part of the landscape. We don't even see it anymore. But when every single month, as you get to create your new plan for the next month, move your vision board somewhere else. Okay, so that way you see it every single day and you connect with your vision. Take it a step further. Create a dream book. Create a dream book. So, once again, cut out pictures that represent, all your dreams and goals, etc., and put them in a dream book. Except, you know what? Everything that I'm talking to you about right now should be inside your dream book. A dream book is nothing more than a 3-ring binder with a bunch of clear inserts. And in the inserts, you put whatever papers or pictures that you want. And every single morning, just flip through it. Right there, in your dream book, first page, affirmations. You do your affirmations. Flip to the next page, there's your vision. You read your vision. Next page, it's a photo of the car that you want. It's a photo of the home you want. It's a photo of the body you want. It's a photo that represents the relationship you want. It's a photo that that represents the vacations that you want to take. It's a photo of the contributions that you want to be involved in, etc. So you flip through it, you see the pictures, and you're reminded of everything. Also, another thing that I would highly encourage you to include in your dream book are certain photos of you, your family, your friends, your community, etc., that just remind you of good moments. Of good moments that just make you feel good. When you see that and you want to repeat that experience again, that right there will, inspire you. Okay? So that's what I want you to do. By the way, what I'll do is below this video, or the vision video, or both maybe, what I'm going to do is I'm going to include, pictures of my actual dream book, and then I'll also include a picture of my vision board so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? So the next thing that you should be doing each and every single morning is you should be feeding your brain with even more positivity. Listen to positive audio programs. I cannot tell you how many audio programs I've listened to. As a matter of fact, during my single days, one of the ways that I learned a lot of the things that I've learned is through something called sleep learning. So if you're single, you might want to take on sleep learning. Sleep learning is very powerful. Reason being is when you go to sleep, your conscious mind goes to sleep. Your subconscious mind stays awake. Now, what usually prevents us from learning or taking on something new is our subconscious mind is what questions what we are reading. It shifts your focus somewhere else from what you are reading or what you are listening to, etc. So when your conscious mind is asleep, everything is going into the subconscious mind, into your memory bank. So that might be something that you want to take on. Doesn't matter what form you do it. I want you to incorporate every single day listening to positive audio programs. By the way, in the resource tab, I'm also going to include the top 10 audio programs that I've listened to over and over and over and over again that led me to the point to be doing what I'm doing right now, training you on how to become more effective, training you on how to become more efficient, training you on living the life of your dreams. Okay, so I'll include that in the resource tab. So make sure you download it, see which audio programs I highly encourage you to listen to, and listen to them. The next characteristic of the highly most successful agents from all over the country is that they respect themselves physically. They respect themselves physically. They do something every single day to wake up their body. They do something every single day to create more energy, to create more vitality, to upgrade their image so they can have more confidence. I'm not asking you to become a bodybuilder and go work out and build huge muscles or anything like that. That could be your goal, and if it is, go ahead and do it by all means. But what I want you to do is I want you to do something to respect your body each and every single day. And it could be something as little as, taking a walk around the block, maybe doing some push-ups, some sit-ups, some stretching, some yoga, some Pilates, some Zumba, whatever works for you. Just do something to get your body ready to have that energy, that vitality, so you could do the things that you need to do. So these are some of the most common characteristics, and there's way more, and we are going to go through all of those right now. By the way, while you are working out every single day, instead of listening to music, or maybe one day music, one day something positive, one day music, one day something positive, you'll be totally totally transforming your mind. Even while you work out, it's very effective because you're so focused. You're so focused. So something for you to take on. All right. The next thing is the schedule. The schedule. The truly most successful people have a powerful schedule that they follow each and every single day. Every single day. So I want you to create a habit for yourself where you ask yourself this question every single night. And the question is, what are the 3 to 5 most important things I must do tomorrow to reach my goals? What are the 3 to 5 most important things I must do tomorrow to reach my goal? Print it out, have it ready. You wake up in the morning, you got your 5 most important things to do for the day. Now, I'll tell you right now, when you have that list, what most people do that do create that list is they begin to work on what's easy to do first. That's not what I want you to do, because the most successful people, what they do is they take on the most important and the hardest thing to do to get it out of the way. Because you see it as being something difficult to do or something that's not your favorite on that list. What you do is you take on everything else, and then by the time it's time to do what's most important on the list, you're either too tired, or you've got bad news, or your deal fell apart, and then you have a bunch of excuses for not completing the list. If you do what's hard first, you got the rest of the day to do what's easy. You got the rest of the day to do what's easy. So create the list every single night. Answer the question, what are the 3 to 5 most important things that I must do daily or must do tomorrow to reach the goal? So in your schedule every single day, you wake up, you work on your mind. That's first thing in your schedule. Number 2, you work on your body. Okay. Number 3, you work on your skill set. You're working on your skill set is something that you should be doing every single day. So if you're not working on a daily basis to develop the right skill set, what I want you to do is take on this mindset that your competition, during the time that you're supposed to be practicing, that you're not practicing, your competition is practicing. And when you go to compete for that buyer or that listing, they're going to kick your butt because they've spent more time working on developing the right skill set. Number 4 in your schedule should be a specific block of time for lead generation. A specific block of time for lead generation. If it's not in your schedule, it does not exist and it's not going to get done. You need to treat your lead generation time as an appointment. It's an appointment. And this appointment is just as important as a listing appointment or a buyer appointment, because this appointment is going to land you on more buyer appointments, and this appointment is going to land you on more seller appointments. So make sure you have the right schedule in place. Put a block of time in your schedule for lead generation. And the final thing that should be in your schedule every single day is those specific blocks of time of when you could go on appointments. Of when you can go on appointments. Don't wait for someone to say, well, I'll see you at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock or whatever, and then, shuffle your schedule around trying to make it happen. You need to take control of your schedule, because if you have no respect for your time, if you have no respect for your schedule, why should someone else respect your schedule? They're not going to. Now, I'm not saying that there is no exception to the rule. We all work with those buyers and sellers who we know are going to result in a transaction, and they could only see us at a specific time. That's fine. If that is a person that we truly know can only see us at that time, we make that exception. But for the most part, you need to control your schedule, because if you don't control your schedule, someone else is controlling your schedule. And if someone else is controlling your schedule, that means someone else is controlling your destiny. Someone else is controlling your destiny. Don't let anyone determine how much you accomplish in life. You are responsible. Okay, now really the final thing in the schedule is lead follow-up time. Lead follow-up time. Most people, they have leads and they want to follow up on their leads, but they don't have a specific block of time in their schedule. Therefore, they lose leads. They lose leads. I'm sure you've had a lead before where you called them up when you got around to it, and by then they either bought from someone else or listed with someone else or referred someone to someone else, etc. You got to have a minimum of 2 blocks of time in your schedule for lead follow-up. I would highly encourage you to have a block of time during the AM hours and a block of time during the PM hours. So that way, if you can't get a hold of somebody in the morning, you get a hold of them in the evening, etc. So the best way to split up your schedule is in 2 segments. The AM hours is specifically for business building. So the majority of what you do during the AM hours should be specific to building your business. What takes place during the evening hours is business servicing. Business servicing during PM hours, business building during the AM hours. What happens, a lot of people are guilty of, just using the AM hours trying to service their business. And by the time the PM hours come to go ahead and build their business, they're either too tired or life got in the way or never get around to it, and therefore their business suffers. Don't let that happen to you. Don't let that happen to you, okay? So make sure you incorporate the right schedule. What are some of the other characteristics of highly successful people? Well, number one, no numbers here. They have a powerful listing presentation. They have a powerful listing presentation. They know exactly how to begin the presentation, exactly what takes place in the middle, and exactly how to end the presentation. Fortunately for you, there's nothing more for me to say about this right now, because that is something that I'm going to work with you on in Module 4 of the Elite Sales Mastery. They also have a very strong buyer presentation. We're also going to work on that in Module 4 of Elite Sales Mastery. Another characteristic is they're very effective communicators. I'm going to work with you on that in Modules 1, 2, 3. Every single module is working with you on your communication skills. Okay? They have strong objection handling skills. I'm working with you almost throughout the whole entire program on how to handle objections powerfully. They are masters at closing the sale. Well, I'm going to work with you on that as well too. So more about those later. Some of the other characteristics of the highly most successful people is, number one, is they are masters at their focus. They know how to get in the zone. Like, I'm sure you've been in a zone before where, things just flow naturally, and it's like you don't even recognize what is happening around you because you're just so focused on what it is that you're doing. So how do you develop the right focus? Well, number one, what's going to shape your focus is going to be your environment. Who's responsible for the environment that you are in? Obviously, you are. You are responsible for your environment. So the question I have for you is, does your environment support the things that you are working towards achieving? If not, clean up your environment. Get a new plan, put up some visuals, put up your goals, maybe some sound, maybe change the lighting, maybe change the scent. Whatever it takes, change your environment. That's number one. The next thing that you can do to shape your focus every single day is to ask yourself a series of questions that put you in the right focus. For example, I believe that this is really the strongest exercise I can give you to shape your focus. And the reason being is, let me put it in the form of a question. If right now, either I asked you the question or you ask yourself the question, what do I feel like having for lunch today? Where did you just take your focus? You just took your focus to answering the question about what it is that you feel like having for lunch or dinner that day. So the questions you ask yourself determine your focus. So I'm going to give you 3 questions that you need to write down. Put them on an index card, put them on a 3x5 card, put them on the back of a business card, put them wherever where they are handy, and you could take yourself through these questions every single day. Question number 1 is, who do I need to be right now to be the person that can reach the goal? Who do I need to be right now to be the person who can reach the goal? The answer to that question shapes your focus. Prior to making this video, I asked myself the question, who do I need to be right now to make a huge impact for my viewers, to make a huge impact for the people who are going through Elite Sales Mastery? And I said to myself, I need to be energetic, I need to be focused, I need to be powerful, I need to be present, I need to be on purpose, etc. That's exactly who I am being right now for you. So who do you need to be the person who can reach the goal? That's question number 1. Question number 2, is what I'm doing right now moving me towards my dreams and goals? Is what I am doing right now moving me towards my dreams and my goals? The answer is yes, or no, but for the most part, it's going to be a no. And that's exactly why you're asking yourself that question, because you're not doing the things that you should be doing to get yourself to where you need to go. So we followed that one up with the most important question. And the most important question is, if I were paying someone other than me to do my job, what would I expect that person to be doing right now? If I were paying someone other than me to do my job, what would I expect that person to be doing right now? So whatever your expectation would be of that person should be your expectation of you right now in that moment, and just get to it. So now you've taken your focus from where it used to be to where it should be, and now you're much more focused. So they're focused. Also, the highly most successful people have good habits. Well, we all have good habits, and we all have, you know, bad habits. What I want you to do is I want you to answer this question. And the question is, what bad habits do I currently have that I need to break? What bad habits do I have right now that I need to break? Okay, so I want you to make a list of 3 to 5 bad habits that you currently have in place right now that you know if you break those habits, you have a breakthrough. So what are they? Now, after you identify those, I want you to create some pain to give you a reason to break those habits. So then you ask yourself this question: what is the ultimate consequence of this habit? What is the ultimate consequence of this habit? And if that isn't painful enough to move you to break the habit, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? So, what bad habits do I currently have that I need to break? What are the consequences of those habits? And now what I want you to do is answer the next question. The next question is, what habits do I need to have in place to experience breakthroughs in my life and my business? What habits do I need to have in place to experience breakthroughs, blessings, abundance in your life and in your business? What are they? What are those habits? Make a list of 3 to 5 habits that you need to put in place, and then follow it up with this question. What are the ultimate rewards of having these habits in place? What are the ultimate rewards of having these habits in place? And, you know, the pleasure of that, if you want it bad enough, you will move every single day towards making those habits become habitual, and you begin to do them every single day. So, what habits do I need to break? What are the consequences if I don't break them? What new habits do I need to put in place? And what are the rewards? Now, once you've identified all these habits that you need to put in place, there's no way that I would tell you to go there and put all 4 or 5 habits in place immediately. What I would do if I were you is I will say, well, this is the most important habit, therefore I am going to work on this one until it becomes a habit. And we know it takes 21 days to create a new habit. So, you know, so if you got 5 habits that you need to put in place, that means you have a 5-month goal, and every single month focus on a new habit. Every single month focus on a new habit. All right, so we've covered the most important characteristics of the highly successful people, and there is one more characteristic that I want to share with you. They are accountable to someone other than themselves. They are accountable to someone other than themselves. Now, we know that left to your own devices, you are your worst enemy, for the most part. I'm talking for like 99% of the people left to their own devices, they are their own worst enemy. So we all need accountability. We all need support. We all need someone to mentor us, coach us, and help us out. So what I would encourage you to do is find yourself an accountability partner. Okay, in our forum community here on the site, okay, there is a place where you can go and post or look for other people who have posted who are looking for accountability partners. I want you to connect with these people and, you know, share with them exactly where you need accountability, and help each other, you know, stay true to the commitments that you guys make to yourselves. Because I know that you know what you need to do, and I know that you don't do it as often as you should. But I also know that when we make a promise to someone else that we're going to do something, we're most likely to do it. Where if we just make the promise to ourselves, we're most likely not going to do it. and we're going to have all the reasons and all the excuses of why we couldn't do it. So here's what I want you to do right now. I want you to take every single characteristic that I just shared with you and rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 in that category. 10 meaning that, you know, you've got that one down 100%. That is you. I was describing you when I was describing that characteristic. 1 meaning that you are so far away from that characteristic, it's ridiculous. Okay? And then ask yourself this question. How can I make it a 10? How can I make it a 10? And answer that question. And then review those characteristics as often as you possibly can. Maybe a part of your morning routine every single day. Maybe at least at the end of every single week so you can measure your progress. Set a specific goal for yourself as to by when you want that characteristic. Like when someone thinks of that characteristic, they immediately think of you. So that is the exercise for you from this video. And I'll see you in another video. Take care.